Hey there, my name's David. On this episode, I'm going to be showing you some weight loss cabbage chips. So these are great because they're low calorie, they're high nutrition because we're going to be using purple cabbage, which is the most pound for pound best nutrition source on the planet. And we'll be making a nice little sauce to go with this that you could use on other chips or things as well. So let's get to this. So first off, we have our cabbage, which I've dehydrated overnight, and I have it in there for about 8 hours. So first off, when you dehydrate cabbage, you can see the bigger leaves, you'll get these nice big pieces, and then the small stuff in the center, you'll end up with these, which are a little bit thicker. They still dry out, but they're kind of a more gnarly shape to them. And for this, it's pretty simple. All I did is I cut the cabbage in, I think, a third or a quarter, and then just use my hands just to pull it apart. That's it. And just put it on the dehydrator and put it in there for whatever that, 8 or 9 hours, something like that. The dehydrator I use is really awesome. I've had it for 10 years, so I'll link it up in the description below if you want to check that out. If you don't have a dehydrator and you don't want to get one, you can use your oven and just set it to like 130 degrees Fahrenheit, and then open the door, just crack the door a little bit. We're left with this, which is very crispy. Oh, hopefully you can hear this. Where's my microphone? So very, very crispy chips. So you eat this just on its own, it's just like eating a chip, but it tastes like cabbage. What I didn't notice about these though, even just from this little bite, they're very, very chewy. So you end up getting kind of, often when we're really like craving or binging or hungry or just having cravings in general, we want to chew something that really satiates that need for food. And so these are really good for that because you have to chew them quite a bit, especially with these kind of gnarly pieces that are more on the inside. These are very chewy. Okay, for our sauce, we've got these 3 ingredients here. We've got apple cider vinegar, we've got some Bragg's liquid soy seasoning, and then we also got some Frank's Red Hot or whatever hot sauce you want to use. So I'm going to be taking a 1 teaspoon of the soy sauce, which is, I think it's about 4 or 5 like kind of dashes of this. For apple cider vinegar, we're going to take just the smallest dash of this stuff. This stuff is so strong, and I really don't like apple cider vinegar, but it's really healthy for weight loss, and it does have a nice vinegar taste, which does work out as long as you don't overdo it. And then for the Frank's Red Hot, we're going to do the same as the soy sauce. We'll do 1 teaspoon. And you can multiply this recipe based on how many chips you have. Okay, so we'll see here, this is what we've got. It's just a tiny bit of sauce. Doesn't look like much, but you don't need that much. This is really, really strong stuff. So you might want to double or triple this based on how many cabbage leaves you have. I would just make this fresh for when I eat them. So I'm gonna just take my chip here, and all you need to do is just take a spoonful of this and just put it on your cabbage chip and just kind of roll it around in there until basically you want to get the excess off. That's why I'm using this bowl, and then that's good to go. And so you can kind of just eat them like that, because I'll end up with a bunch on the bottom, which I can use to just kind of use some of the other pieces to scoop up. You might want to make a bigger batch and do all of them at once. I just tend to kind of have a small batch and just eat them as is. The taste test of this. It's good. It's like crispy. You get that soy sauce flavor coming through, and the vinegar is just kind of bounces off nicely, and then a bit of that spice from the hot sauce. Hope you enjoyed this weight loss recipe video with our cabbage chips. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the family here, and until next one, have a good one.